Hi, hello, and welcome everyone to those that are already here. To those that are going to watch this back, we have a delayed stream today. This is supposed to be Saturdays, but you know, this time of year is quite busy. So hopefully today we can wrap up our colour along. So bear with me guys. I'm just going to adjust my lighting, make sure everything's okay. I can only do this when I go live. And then we will just crack on in there, because we have this to do and you've all got our family time to go and spend time with. Hold on, everyone. Okay. So, today's plan. Hey, good day. Hold on. Okay. So, today is going to literally be to wrap up Rita Berman, and I will be... Oops. Hello. 1 second. If you're watching this back, I say hello to everyone at the beginning. So if you don't want to listen to that part, just scroll along until when I do the colouring. So we really are going to be doing background. This is part 3 and final part. Then we're going to be putting stickles as our finishing touch. And I just have got a load of pop-ups coming up, so just bear with me. I get notified of everything and it just is forever. There we go. Hey Sue, Merry Christmas. So yes, a huge Merry Christmas to everyone. So I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes left, because this is not my scheduled day, not my scheduled stream. So I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes, let everyone come, and then we're going to carry on with what we were doing. We're going to use the Pablos for the background, and we're going to finish off with the stickles in crystal. We're going to do crystal today. So that is the plan. So bear with me all. I'm not expecting many today, because obviously it's Christmas and people with their families, which is what, you know, Christmas is about. It's true meaning. So what my brain was going sort of towards was doing a bluey greeny background and adding the elements of the golds and reds into it somewhere along the line. So not too much, not too fussy. So the blues that I was kind of thinking along was the pastel blue, maybe putting some cobalt blue and putting something like a greenish blue in there as well. So mix and merging like a few greens and blues together. And then I could also incorporate something along these like ruby red and maybe something that would resemble a gold. So we could go along the golden ochre route. So just merge a little bit in and have it a little bit peeping through. And then these are going to be little stickle circles. So you can see we've not coloured those in. So you've got these little tiny circles here and these little snowflakes, and they're going to be stickles. I'm not going to be putting any kind of colour to those. There's no point, because it's, you know, they're so small. Let's just carry on with that. So I'm going to pick out a few colours. Hiya, happy Christmas. Yeah, we're here already. Christmas is already here. So I'm going to pick out greenish blue, and as I said, this is not going to be a long stream today. It is going to be wrapping up what we have been doing. So I'm just picking up my colours. I'm going to be using the Caran d'Ache Pablos to finish. We've been using Pablos mostly on this anyway. So I'm going to pick out cobalt blue. So bear with me. We'll pick out our colours. So if I move this aside a minute, I'll show you the types that I'm going to pick out. So if I pick out cobalt blue, which is a really nice deep blue, it's got a nice finish to it, which is what I'm looking for. So it's somewhere here. There it is. And then a nice light blue, which will be along the light pastel blue, which is this one. And then we need a little bit more of a turquoisey colour. So malachite green is probably something that I'm looking for. It's a light green, so it's 181 or 180. They're both very similar. Yeah, this one up here. Okay, so I've picked out a few colours. How are you all today? And I am so sorry this is impromptu, and you'll expect that is the reason, is because it's so busy and I have been baking mince pies for a couple of days, and then the weekend I've just been doing Dexter. So I hope everyone's having a nice relaxed time this Christmas. It looks like we're going to have a very quiet one, so don't worry if I just babble on, because I'm just going to be explaining what I'm doing. So I'll sharpen all my pencils up before we start. So excuse the noise. And then we're just going to jump in. Hi Laura, happy holidays. I hope you're all well today. So we're here to just finish up, because some people were waiting on this, which, you know, that was obvious. I was expecting that. Because people that are wanting to finish this were waiting on me. So bear with me. And as I said, this will be a particularly quiet stream. I can't see many people joining us today because everyone's with their family. So I will talk you through what I'm doing as I do it. So first off, I'm going to pick out my 2 blues, and we'll incorporate the greens, the reds and the golden colour as we go on, because I'm not going to put too much of these colours in there. I am going to start off with number 160 and number 151 in the Pablos. This is Colbert Blue and Pastel Blue. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit, and hopefully you'll be able to see enough what I'm doing and it's clear enough and zoomed in enough. Hey Donna, happy Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve. It's like yesterday I was saying, hey, happy Christmas Eve. So thanks for joining. I truly appreciate it. I got them off of AliExpress, Adishell. AliExpress. It's a little bit cheaper to do it that way than Etsy, because you get the triple pack. Okay, so you're going to go for a ride a second, because I'm going to just take the camera down. Is that close enough? You zoomed. It might blur a bit, but as long as you can see what I'm doing, that's the main thing. You're welcome. Just go to AliExpress and type in ancient Chinese colouring books, and they'll come up, and they're exactly the same. Hey Selena, Merry Christmas, dear. So we're just doing the background on this, guys, and then I won't eat into any more time, because it's about you going and spending time with your loved ones. So first off, I'm going to bring in the blue pastel, so Pastel Blue 151. And I'm going to start with a light lay down. Now, backgrounds can take a little bit long because there's little tiny sections to get into. So you want to just go in lightly and not worry too much to start with on the final result, because, you know, backgrounds, especially with a wreath, you've got little sections to get into. But start off with your light colour and work your way up, because then you know where you want your darkest parts to go, your light parts to go, where your colours want to mix and merge, and how far you want the colour to come out. Hi Nia, and Merry Christmas, lovely. And that applies to everyone watching this back as well. Merry Christmas to you. So this is not my scheduled day. I wasn't here on Saturday, so I am here today to quickly wrap this up for those that are colouring along, because we've got a few people colouring along this one. So if you haven't got the Pablos, you want a light blue in any other set that you have got. It doesn't matter which set you've got, they've all got a light blue. Every single set, budget or more expensive brands. So you're first going to apply this down. Just going to move that so you can see. So we're just putting in a very, very, very small amount. Oh, you're welcome. I wanted to come and finish this up, Donna. And yeah, Merry Christmas, Joy. So I'm very lightly applying the light pastel blue in. So this is number 151 in the Caran d'Ache Pablos. And I'm not going to bring it out too far. You'll see I'll probably come to about here in terms of bringing it out. Hi, Pamela. Merry Christmas. So, yeah, I hope everyone is having a nice time so far this Christmas Eve. I am relaxing. I have been obsessed with the program because of Lou, Dexter. I've watched 2 seasons shamelessly in 2 days, and I'm on season 3. Hey, Louise. Merry Christmas, lovely. So that is what I've been up to. Who plans on watching lots of telly and just not caring and having a relaxed time? Because for me, Christmas always means lots of TV. And just vegging out and not doing a hell of a lot. So I am very, very lightly touching the paper here. I'm not bringing this out too far. I'm kind of putting this where I want it to come out. So not a huge amount. Yeah, I am addicted. A colour impatient Winter Wonderland. Hey. No, don't think that way. Just go for it. I know what you mean though with fur and animals, but just put colours to paper and enjoy yourself. If you've enjoyed it this far, you're going to enjoy the last little bit. You know, that sometimes things daunt us more than what they should, and then when we do them, they don't turn out half as bad as what we thought. So just go for it. Don't worry. And there's so many pictures that we're going to be coming up with. I needed to get this one done for you all so that we can, you know, wrap up Christmas, because by the time I come back, Christmas is done. So I can't be doing Christmas after Christmas. It's not going to fit. It's just not going to sit very well with me, is it? You're all going to be coming over and I'm still doing Christmas once Christmas is wrapped. So that is why I really wanted to come today. Now, very lightly, I'm barely touching the paper and bringing this colour out. I don't want it out too far. And before I move up, I'm going to bring in the Colbert Blue, which is 160. And now I can start to put a little bit of this in. So I'm not going to put it in too many places. However, I am going to put it in just in sections and bring the colour out. We're going to merge in some other greenish blue, this one, which we'll put in there in a minute. So we're just going to merge them all together and work our way around the reef. And once this is done, then we can wrap up our Christmas picture and move on to our next one on our next stream. Although I will be having a hair episode on the next stream, so we've got a week behind on those. So I'm just putting this in small amounts. Just small amounts, not too much. And you can bring some of that colour out. And it's not going to be dark, it's just going to be darker than a pastel blue. And you can bring it out slightly. So if you grab on back to your pastel blue, I'm not going to bring it all the way around. Just needs to be shaded in with it a little. It's a very light touch. A very light touch on this. And it already is starting to build up a little. Hiya, Mum. We're a quiet stream today, Mum. Okay, I'm going to bring in greenish blue. So we've already had Colbert blue and pastel blue. Now I'm bringing in greenish blue. And this will bring in a little bit of the green element, but still very blue themed. And if you very light hand, you've got to have a light touch with this. You can merge them together and it won't seem like a big difference in colour, but you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference. Hey, Joey. Kev says I'm going to be using 118. No, it's 070 today, Kev. No, 118's not here. It's gone home. I know last time I didn't stop with that 118. It's because it was the red. Red in the polys is 118. And we used a lot of red in that. Okay, so I'm still with my greenish blue, which is 190. And I am very randomly placing where I want this to go. So there isn't a method to this as such. I just know that I want them, I'm not going to say I want them all together, but I do want elements of all of the colours in the wreath background. So you can kind of go with the theme of being alongside the objects. So again, I'm going underneath this little glove. I'm going to bring some of that out, not much. I was originally going to just pre-record and upload this, and then I thought I'm set up. Even if we don't have anyone in chat, that's fine. We can still finish this off. You know, it's there for everyone to watch. So yesterday, I don't know if anyone's seen, I've uploaded the Momo Gal Slavic Beauties, Steampunk Darlings by Hannah Lynn, and 2 of Elena Lazareva's book reviews. I'm going back to my Pastel Blue 151. So they're uploaded there for everyone to see, because I know quite a few people hadn't seen the Slavic Beauties. The Slavic Beauties is currently sold out. I will update you on a stream and over on the Facebook page when that comes back in stock. So very light touch with pastel blue. And I'm not going to bring it out too much, but you want some. And then you'll see we're going to erase just tiny little bits so it looks like snow. And again, I'm going to bring it out this side as well, very lightly. You can't barely see it. Hey, Jerry. Donna, we're not doing a presents year this year. But no, we usually wait for the family. I'd never, do it on my own, even if when we do the presents and the whole thing of presents. But we're not doing the presents thing this year because, yeah, Andrew had the blood clot for 2 months, and it was just more getting back on track with health and stuff. So things happen sometimes, and yeah, the true meaning to me is just go and relax and spend time with my family. What about you guys? I just know that I want to watch lots of TV and lots more Dexter and eat cheese and crackers. And I've made and baked some sugar-free mince pies, which are yummy. I only did a few for myself and I've eaten those, and I've made loads for my mum and dad. That's how it goes. So those that are watching, because we've got not many in chat, and I know there's a few people, 35 watching. For those that are listening, Merry Christmas. And don't worry about talking and coming into chat. You lurk. That's fine. It's go and spend your Christmases with your family, guys. I appreciate you looking anyway. So I'm with my pastel blue. I've not brought any of that out. Oh no, Lou, it's so nice. Ah, Joy, you got the Sakurum's book. Nice. Oh, I bet that's a relief. You haven't got to cook first time. So who's cooking then? Are you going to an in-laws of friends or parents? Right, I'm getting my Colbert Blue, which is 160. So still the same 3 colours. And I'm just putting that into my wreath background in small areas only. So if you look, I'm not putting it in all. My pastel blue is going to be the most. Oh, it's amazing, Donna. You're going to love it. Yeah, they are. They truly are, Joy. That's the thing. I think with flip throughs, you get a good glimpse of to what's in it, but you never truly capture a book's beauty until you're holding it in your hands and you see the illustrations in all their glory, and then you're flabbergasted by some books. You're just like, this is just even more. Oh, thanks, Donna. Yeah, it's going to make it stand out. We're going to put in a few other colours as well. Hiya, Nanamo. Yeah, it is 100% Joy. I always find that. Right, I'm going to bring in, before I put any more pastel blue, the greenish blue, which is 190. And I'm going to just select where I want that to kind of mix in with the blues. I'm going to put a little bit here on its own. I'm sitting here thinking, I can smell something. What's that smell? It's the lilies. I've got a bunch of flowers beside me. And I've never been keen on the smell of lilies. I like the look of them. I hate the smell of them. And I'm thinking, what is that smell? And it's the lilies they've opened up. They're very strong, the pollen in those, aren't they? Okay, so this, I need to have a very light hand as I bring this out. So you can put a little bit more pressure into the inner parts, but as you're coming out, just, yeah. Yeah, Lou, it is. Oh, thank you, Joy. Yeah, we'll get there. We've got to finish up with some other colours added in, but we'll do that, you know, at the end. And at the minute, we'll focus on putting the colours that we want in first. And it will just give it a little bit of bopping. Okay, that's Pastel Blue 151. You can use this on anything, by the way. If you wanted to do this on any other picture, you don't have to just use it on this one. I'm just doing it on this to keep with a colour scheme of some sort because I wanted it to contrast against the reds and the greens. So you can use this background for any. You can do this with pastels if you want to. You don't have to do this with pencils. You might be here a long, long time. But all the same, it's quite therapeutic to just keep. Oh, yummy. I loved a pavlova when I could have them. What have you put on top of your pavlova? Andrew likes fresh fruits, strawberries, berries, all that kind of thing. So still got my pastel blue. We're back up into our berry toe. We called it a berry toe. So we're just coming with the pastel blue at the top and very light circular movements. I'm bringing the pencil pressure out to the lightest amount. So just ease as you come outwards, ease that pencil off the paper. You don't want too much on this because otherwise there's no sort of difference. Oh, yummy. Yum, yum. Can't beat a fruity pavlova. Nice, light, fluffy meringue, eh? Airy. Yum, yum. You're making me hungry. I could do with some of that, and I can't eat all that. Happy holidays, Ashley. Okay, I'm going over to greenish blue. Merry Christmas, dear. I hope you have a really good one with your family. So the three of these pencils that I've been using the entire time is what I'm just going to continue with. I'm not going to sway from those at the moment. So very, very light pressure. And I'm going to now bring in the Colbert Blue 160. And I'm going to put that around this edge of the berry toe. It still makes me giggle. It's a mistletoe and I put it as berries, so it's now a berry toe. Okay. Oh, thank you. Hey, Beth. Merry Christmas to you. And thanks for joining, those of you that are here, because honestly, I didn't expect hardly a handful even because it's Christmas Eve. But I wanted this here uploaded for everyone. Okay, going back over to my pastel blue. And very light touch. I'm barely touching the paper. Just coming up a little bit. And just allowing some of that colour so you can see it starts to sort of come together. Hey, Starbucks. Oh, you had an early Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas, dear. Had an early one yesterday. Right, now I'm going to, before I move on to this side, I'm going to introduce some golden ochre. And this is just going to have a little bit of an element to it in small places to just bring some of that colour in, to merge in with some of the golds that we've currently got into the picture. So you won't see it too much, but you will if you're sitting in front of it, if that makes sense. So it's a light touch to the paper. And I just want elements so that you can see a little bit of it in with the picture. So we're going to bring a little bit of it out here. Very light. So golden ochre is 033. And we've got some gold in the picture in the way of the gold bell, you know, golden on the acorn leaves. And it's kind of going to keep in with the pattern that we've got going. So very, very light touch on this, not a heavy touch at all. So, you know, it's just got elements. I don't know if you can see that. Small amount goes a long way. So I'm going to bring it over here as well. Now, it does require a baby touch. So like tippy toes on fingers. Tippy fingers, we're going to do it that way. Very light touch, circular motions, light touch. And it just brings a little bit of elements to it. Thank you. I know. I was so shocked that came yesterday, Nana. That's what I said in my review. I was not expecting it before Christmas. I wasn't. I pre-ordered it. And I got the notification last week or the week before that it was dispatched. And I thought, oh, that'll be here after Christmas. There's no way. It's coming all the way from Korea. There's no way. And it turned up yesterday. And I thought, no, not yes. Was it yes? No, Saturday. There's no post on Sundays. Hey, Christine. That's okay. Thank you so much for coming on over. Merry Christmas, sweets. Yeah, it came in the post on Saturday, and I thought, oh no, I couldn't believe it. And I thought, oh, I'm so happy. So yeah, it came, and I thought, I just want to colour, but I want to finish off my picture that I'm doing of the Laura Rafferty picture. I'll show you how far I've come with that. And I want to do that before I start anything new. And then I thought, no, I'm going to save one for streaming as well. So I've got to pick one out. Okay, I'm going to pick up my Scarlet, which is 070. And again, this is only going to have small elements of this. I don't want too much. Very light touch does it. And Louise, who came today. Well, hey, what do you think? It's beautiful, isn't it? And I've heard if you've got any alcohol markers, Copics or anything like that, it works beautifully with that paper. So I'm excited to try that. Okay, very light hand. I'm just putting little small amounts of the red. I'm going to go this side. So this is Scarlet. And this is just, oh, you're not in stream, you're not in thing. Hey, yeah. Oh, really, Jerry? You got a white Christmas. It's quite warm here in comparison. We had some freezing weather before. It's very, very, very warm in comparison. I'll tell you what we are at. Hold on. Okay. Our weather at the moment is 4, which is, I'll tell you in Fahrenheit. It is 43 in London. So we're not bad. We are nowhere near cold enough for a white Christmas. Nowhere near. It's picturesque, but I cannot stand it. Ashley, well, I'd suggest a good cardstock that's matte. No smooth papers because your pencils are going to slide all over the place on it. I usually link, and I'll put it in the link of this as well, my paper that I use for printing on. It's a 160-gram cardstock. It's matte, and honestly, I've got a few people into this. I mean, Desiree just ordered some. I sent Melody some. A few others have picked it up and said they love it. It is just quality. If you also want to try the mixed media stuff, you can use Strathmore. But there's so many different ones that you could try. Coloured pencil paper as well is another one. You could use that, which is Strathmore. Any kind of cardstock that's matte that will grab your pencils is a good choice. Try not to get anything that's smooth or anything too thick because it won't go through your printers. So usually my printer is absolutely fine up to 160 gram, which is about, I think, £80 weight, I think. Nia, I'll put it in the, it's not a brand as such. Hold on. I'll put it in the link as well. The link in the description after the video. Bear with me. Let me get the link for you. So let me go to my orders. Bear with me, guys. If I get you my order of it, I'll send you the link. Bear with me, everyone. You know, when you buy too much on Amazon, you have to scroll through 4 pages to be able to even get it. Okay, I've got the link here. Okay, this is the paper that I use. There you go. And that, honestly, I cannot recommend enough. I can't recommend it enough. Merry Christmas, guys, coming in. No, a huge blanket one to you all. Okay, so we're kind of getting the gist of where we're going with this. If I zoom you out, I've done one side and then we've still got to add our finishing touches to the side and stuff. So I'm kind of going to go along the lines of this. Now, I don't think I'm even going to bother with the light green. If I want to add any more green elements, you're just going to come in here with them. So this is the greenish blue in 190. And you can go a bit heavier handed with this now on the inner parts only. But you don't want to go too heavy because you want the inner part to be darkest, the outer part not so much. So if we continue that on the other side, then I can zoom out for now. I'm going to get my pastel blue, which is 151. And I'm just going to apply that in again in between. Now it's going to mix into that little bit of scarlet that we got there. And the inner part of the wreath here that comes into the very midsection, a very light touch, and bring that pastel blue in so that it meets, but you still want a little bit of a separation between it all. So you still want the middle section to be white-ish. You're welcome. But as I said, there are many papers. Now, another one that was recently, I'm going to buy a pad for myself over the next couple of days. There's another one called Transotype, and it's an A4 pad, and it is originally designed for markers, but people use it as well for pencils. And it's an A4 pad, 50 sheets, and it's like £7 something if you're in the UK. So it's called Transotype, and it's a bleed, I think it's meant to be bleed proof, but no alcohol marker will not go through stuff. They go through everything. So don't always believe these bleed through parts. That's rubbish. Hey Katrina, happy Christmas. Thank you so much, Joey. Hey Natalie, that's okay. Yeah, holy smoke, Sam is here. I'm just finishing up this Rita Berman one that we're doing. I want to get it wrapped up so people got it for the Christmas period. Okay, so still with the pastel blue. And my gosh, girl, the gym on a Christmas Eve. Are you like trying to shed £10 so that you can eat loads? You don't need to go and shed any weight. You're hilarious. Isn't it supposed to be about eating for a lot of people? My stomach, unfortunately, can't take it anymore, but it would be. I'd be the same as everyone else. Hey, Becca. Merry Christmas. Hey, Malvina. Merry Christmas. Yes, I am here. I'm here. Oh, my gosh, Natalie, you're hilarious. Go and enjoy yourself. Go and eat as much as you want. I think for the adults, it's always about the food, and for the kids, it's all about the presents. But I truly hope, I'll take a minute. I truly want to say a huge thank you to everyone that's been over the course of this year with me on the channel. It has been it's been an amazing year. I want to thank Jen, Reading with Pugs, because without her, I wouldn't be on YouTube. And that is the God's honest truth. She's the one that introduced me, and she asked me, and you know, no one knows that Jen is the real reason why I started streaming. I never knew about this world. I had no idea about this world of friends and, you know, this complete new life that I would have. And I have to send a big thank you to Jen. I mean, she's amazing. And she doesn't know how much she changed this year. And I've sent her a little letter, so hopefully she gets it. I also want to thank every single one of you, my moderators. You're amazing. I just love you all. My people who are always with me here over on the channel, honestly, you've changed this year. It's been incredible. You've made this year so special. And we've been on this journey together. It's not my channel. We've done it together. We've made it what it is. So I truly thank you. And here's to 2019 as well, being amazing and full of good health and happiness and good fortune and just everything that your hearts desire. Yeah, same. Yeah, I've made the best people. I just can't even put it into words. I'm on 190, which is greenish blue. So truly, this year has been like wrapping up the year. It's been a roller coaster with health for both myself and Andrew. You know, Andrew's had a bit of a rough time. But then, you know, that's life. We all have things. But this is why I love this place so much, is because we all come to escape. And we talk about the hobby, and we talk about the good things, and we don't have all of that. It's like an escapism for everything. You know, it's a good place to come, and it's been like that for a long time now. Okay, I'm over to Colbert Blue. So it has been a truly remarkably fantastic journey. And I'm so happy to be over here, and we've had a colourful year as well. We've done quite a few bits and pictures, and we've learnt a lot, and yeah, it's just been brilliant. And I love what this community has become. So that is my thank you to you all, my Merry Christmas to you all. And may the next year be just as fantastic, if not more. So Colbert Blue, I'm not bringing out far. Again, I'm on a very light touch. Christmas is about reflection, isn't it? So you've got to sit and reflect about everything. And who knows what 2019 brings? Hopefully, a lot of smiles all round. A colourful time. Aw, thank you for joining me, Louise. Yes, she is messaged. I've got to reply to her, Star. She's still unwell, but I think she's a bit better now. She's home. She's a bit better. I've got to reply to her. I got a message. I noticed I went on YouTube just before. I'm going over to my greenish blue again. I went on YouTube to set the stream up, and I realised that she's put a comment on one of the book reviews, and she said that she's been ill. So I'm hoping that means she's on the path to recovery. I'm going to message her, make sure. Okay, so this is the greenish blue. I'm going to bring some down here as well. Yeah, it's been a wonderful year. And, you know, things happen to everyone, you know. Everybody has their fair share of rubbish, but there's always silver linings, and you've got a community here. It's brilliant. I absolutely love this place. Okay, back to the pastel blue. Now I've got to bring some of it out. And again, I don't, very light touch. I'm hardly touching the paper. Katrina, I'm using I'm using the Pablos, and at the moment I am flitting between the 160 Colbert Blue, Greenish Blue 190, and Pastel Blue 151. So I've just been between those three, and the other two that we've added in are the Golden Ochre and the Scarlet. So we're kind of going to incorporate them in little sections, but at the moment we're just between the pastel blues at the moment, the greenish blue and the Colbert blue. And the greenish blues, it is obviously it's green, but it's not, it's like a turquoise, a deep turquoise. So I am only putting a light pressure down. So I'm going to bring some out. I don't want it too far. But it's so that when we get the eraser, we can make little circles like snowflakes or snowballs. So you need to have a little bit of colour dragged out. So it's just a small amount. Hey, Adar, Merry Christmas. That's, I know, it has a temperament, our YouTube. It has a temperament. It doesn't always let you know. What I tend to do, Dar, is if they stop giving me notifications, I unring the bell and ring it back. And that usually sorts it out. Okay, so I'm just bringing in this pastel blue before I get in any other colour at the moment. And I'm going to bring some down here as well. So we're at the bottom section. Hey, Morticia, Merry Christmas. Yeah, I generally have to do that, Lou. That's what I have to do with others. I had to do it with Dee Dee the other day. It didn't tell me that she was streaming, and I had a look and she was on. And I looked in my notifications, it wasn't there. And I thought, oh, then I undid the bell. And then lo and behold, it came up. And I thought it was an hour too late, but still. Yeah, so if you have any problems with that, just unring the bell and ring it back. Okay, so small circular motions to bring out some shading. Just in the pastel blue, we're not putting any other colour down at the moment. So has everyone worked out their TV agenda over the Christmas? I'm the only one. I have worked out everything that I am watching, and it's all flown out the window because I've been watching Dexter. But I've highlighted a million things in my films to watch, and I have not watched any. The Grinch and Elf was on yesterday, and I completely ignored them because I was watching a whole season of Dexter yesterday, and I never not watched The Grinch and Elf. Never. So there was something seriously addictive about that show that I couldn't stop. Okay, so just with the pastel blues, and we're almost there. We're going to bring in some other colours. Oh, so do I. So do I. Honestly, Star, I watch it every year. And The Grinch. I'm going to zoom you in to show you what I'm doing with the last of the colours. So we're on this side here. So I'm going to bring in my greenish blue 190. And now I'm going to start to deepen up a little bit. I want to go and see Aquaman as well, for the obvious reasons. obvious reasons. A certain Mr. Momoa, the hunker of a man. I think everyone is Jason Momoa obsessed at the moment. So that looks really good. I'm really looking forward to watching that. Okay, into here as well. So I don't know if that's showing, it's going to sort of deepen it up a bit. I haven't, Nia, but just not Jim Carrey. How can they do that and not have Jim? Have you? Is it any good? Okay, so I'm just bringing a little bit of that into the inner part of this wreath. Mary Poppins is on the telly at the minute. I just looked up. It's muted, but it's on. And they've got a new one of those coming out as well in the new year, haven't they? So I'm just bringing in some of this greenish blue. Oh, is it really good? I'll have to give it a go, but it's not Jim Carrey. And, you know, you can't beat him, especially when he's looking through. It makes me laugh every time I watch it, and I quote it every time. When he's looking through the the Grinch sort of, what is it, the Whoville directory, and he's looking at all the names, and it's hate, loathe entirely. And I was like, oh no, they can't not have these things without Jim Carrey. He is the Grinch. Okay, so we're just adding elements of the greenish blue in here a little bit. So we'll bring out some of that, not too much. It's kind of brought it out, hasn't it? Oh, geez. I can't believe that it is Christmas Eve. I really can't. I keep seeing Merry Christmas, and I think, is it really Christmas Eve? Is it just me, or has it really come really quick this year? Just appears all of a sudden. I know it's here. I was putting up the tree, and now it's Christmas Day tomorrow, you know? Okay, Katrina. Right, I'm going to my golden ochre. My golden ochre is 033. Now I'm going to bring some of this out, not too much. At the side, I'm going to bring a small amount out. So very light touch again. And when you're doing this, just judge the amount that you personally want on your paper. You don't have to follow the exact same amount as what I'm doing. You just want to judge it on how much you want of a lay down. So you might not want as much as me. You might want to do less. You might only want a little tiny, you might want to leave that out entirely. I'm adding it in because it will just link in with some elements so that we've got gold and red, because we've got green, so that it sort of mixes in with the colour scheme a bit. I'm going to put a little bit in here. This part we're going to erase little circles. I'm going to put a tiny section coming into the middle. Just little elements. I know, it's crazy. Too quick. Ah, you're going to have so much fun, Nanamo. Just, you might find yourself going back in to watch Aquaman a second time. Or just keeping your bum perched on the seat so that you don't have to leave and you go for the second screening. Okay, I'm going for Scarlet 070. And again, I'm just going to put a little bit coming into the middle as well. So it's just in small sections. Just enough to feature, but not take over. So we're going to have a little bit into these sections as well. Now down here, I'm only going to put a little. I'm going to bring some of this scarlet. I'm trying to see where I'd like a little bit in here maybe. Okay, so if I zoom out a minute, Yeah. Just a little bit, Nanamo, just a little bit. I think every person in this world at the moment thinks it. Okay, I'm going to grab my eraser. I think I'm just going to use, where is it? If I can find it. Ah, thank you. Sorry about knocking the camera a second. Right, let's grab this one. So I'm going to grab the electric eraser and we're just going to do small amounts, not many, just little. So you can be selective on where you want this to go. So it's not many, it's just like little tiny ones. So use your brush to just brush away the little rubbery bits that come off. This is just so you got, it looks like not snow, kind of like snow, just like, yeah, little something, isn't it? So just be selective on where you want this to go. You haven't got to be precise. So just, I don't know if you can see it. If I do it from a distance, you can't. You can see it in front of you again. It's very hard to pick everything up on camera unless I dull it right down, which I will do at the end, so you can see all the detail. So just little circles, not too many. Okay. And then I think I'll put another one up here. And then another one there. And just sort of put it where you want. Be selective here. Okay. So if I bring that up, you can kind of see where I put the little circles, especially around this side. So you can add a few there. Do big and small. You can do all different sizes and shapes. And it just is like a slight bokeh, not too much. And then our final little step is going to be to stick all this baby up. So I'm going to zoom you in, and this can be any way you want. Now, this one that I've chose is called crystal. You can do crystal or diamond. The reason I chose this is because it's clear. And if you're doing clear stickles, it can go on anything, absolutely anything. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it, Morticia? I love it. So if you're going to have a look at where you would like this to go, now I'm just going to be very selective here. I'm not going to put it over the whole berry toe. I'm going to put it over just like rounded. Now, this can be in any form that you want. And if I bring that up, you'll see the glitter, when it dries, will be incredible. Now, I'm going to spread that one there, and we're going to work from top to bottom so that we don't put our hands in it. And the last thing you want to do is just put it everywhere. You want to be quite selective, but you want to put so much on there so that you can actually see it. So I've put it around the berries in particular, and I'll put them into here as well. So you've got to make sure this dries before you touch the paper. And I'm just going to put it around the red parts on this sweet. And then you can just plan where you want this to go. And the good thing with stickles is that when they are clear and they are dry, they just glisten. So they won't be, you can do this carefully. It won't be over the entire thing. It will just be on selected sections. So if you look, it will glisten. It will, when the light catches it, you'll get the glisten. Can you see this? These two in particular? They'll just glisten away. Hey, Melody, you're still awake. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas there now, isn't it? The 25th. Thank you. I truly hope you and Rex have a lovely one. So I'm just going to put that into the middle. So we're just picking where we want our stickles to go. And I want all my berries to have them. So you can use the nozzle on your stickles to spread. So you can see when it glistens, look at that. Just look at the glitter. It's crazy. Look at all that. Hey, Dionia. Merry Christmas Eve. Well, I'm saying Merry Christmas because I won't see you all tomorrow. So it's my Christmas with you. Okay, so we've got stickles in all its glory here. This part makes me happy. I'm going to have to turn the page. So you go into the side a minute because I need to, well, actually, you're going to go upside down. I need to select where I'm going to put this now. So this side needs it. You're upside down for a minute. So we're going to put it on this little flower and a hair. And I think we're going to do it onto this heart. And you know what? Let's just go for this as well. So we've got this sweet here. I've got it in there as well. Okay. Let's turn it round. And we can see it I just look at glitter when it fully shines. We've got super amounts of it. Well, I really just want to go to town with this, but I don't want to overdo it. So it's not going to be on all of it. We've done all the berries, haven't we? Okay, so you know what? Let's do this part. So just avoid putting your hands in this. Let's go round the bow, round it. And then around that part here. And the same that goes on this, you might as well. And when it dries, you won't see glue, even though it's a glitter glue. So it will just glisten. Yeah, I'm good. Hi, welcome back, Katrina. We are almost done, guys. We have wrapped up Rita Berman. Now, what I will quickly show you is what I'm doing in my free time that I still haven't got to do. I haven't got to do anything yet. I've not sat to do anything in my own time. But let me just give you a quick peep. So I am working on the Laura Rafferty page. If I zoom you out. This is in my free time. Now, I wasn't aware that you can actually put alcohol markers down on to the toned paper. I wasn't aware of that. So you can, and I was trying, I'm going to turn it a minute. I was trying Copics. So let me show you. So you can fade them out from different colours, and the rest you can see which bits are pencil only. So I have been doing this in my free time, and I've been enjoying it hugely. Now, I am just learning Copics. Copics are a learning curve for me. I've only Copic the hair, nothing else. The rest here is a Bic mark. You can see which one's flat. So the flat colour is a Bic marking marker, which is in rambunctious red. And the Copics, you can see the different colours. Now, it takes some practice, and it's not as easy as you think. They are a learning curve, but I can highly recommend that you go over to Maria Payne Colouring too, and she will show you how to do the luminance on toned tan in skin. So I tried that, and this, as I said, this is a Laura Rafferty image. So if you haven't got this, is free. It's a free image. Go on over and you can colour it over the holidays. So I highly recommend it. 2 of these that I'm showing you today are free entirely. So this one, we've wrapped up. We've done it. So this is our Rita Berman colour along. This is part 3, final part. Thank you. Back at you, Natalie. Merry Christmas to you as well. This is our final part. We're done, and I won't eat any more of your time. I wanted to finish this up for everyone so that it's there for those that were following it over the Christmas period. I'm going to love you and leave you. Hi, Bunny. I'm going to love you and leave you now, and wish you all the biggest Merry Christmas possible. Make sure that you just enjoy yourself, spend your time with your families, and eat and just be happy. So thank you, everyone. You take care. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next Saturday. So Saturday coming up, I think that is the 20. I will tell you which date it is. I will be back on the 29th. See you. Lots of love, everyone, and Merry Christmas. See you on Saturday. Bye.